You think you know John Wick? Well, here's some things you may not have known, like don't mess with Keanu Reeves' dog.
And your son took that from me. Stole that from me. Killed that from me! People keep asking if I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
John Wick is Chad Stahelski and David Leitch's 2014 directorial debut. The film draws heavily from martial arts films, Hong Kong action cinema, and anime for inspiration. The film was received well by both critics and moviegoers alike. With a budget of $20 million, the film went on to make $86 million worldwide. Prior to directing Wick, Stahelski was a stuntman, and Leitch was both a stuntman and a stunt coordinator. Stahelski actually worked with Wick's lead actor Keanu Reeves prior to shooting John Wick. In 1991, both were on the set of Point Break, in which Reeves starred, and Stahelski acted as Reeves' stunt double.
Just you and me, John.
You and me.
Stahelski and Leitch maintained that Reeves would be learning martial arts that he hadn't learned in other productions. As such, Reeves spent 4 months learning Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and Judo. He also spent time learning extensive and proper weapons handling. He was even trained on how to safely drift cars while also simulating shooting a gun from the vehicle.
How much?
Excuse me?
How much for the car?
She's not for sale.
The weapons handling that Reeves received is a very unique technique developed by Paul Castle called the Central Axis Relock. It is a style of shooting meant to be employed in close quarters combat. This style is most prominent in the film's first action scene. The style is adaptable and can be used with a variety of firearms, though is most effective with a pistol. It is characterized by keeping the weapon very close to the body. Cinematographer John Sella wanted to visually illustrate the difference between Wick's home life and his life as an assassin. Quote, "We wanted the first look to be soft and clean, and the second to be grittier, darker, and sharper. For cost reasons, we were shooting with just one camera format, so I used different lenses and contrasting camera work to create 2 very distinct looks."
Evening, John.
Evening, Jimmy. Noise complaint.
Noise complaint. You, working again?
The role of Vigo is played by Michael Nyqvist. In order to prepare for his role, Nyqvist studied the Russian martial arts Sambo in Stockholm, Sweden. He trained with actual Russians and picked up bits of their culture and language while studying with them. Quote, "It was a little bit like method acting," Nyqvist has said of this experience. This also perhaps helped counteract the Russian mob stereotype that the directors were fiercely trying to avoid. Reeves memorized an entire choreographed scene in one day in order to help keep the production moving at a steady pace. That scene being the fight that takes place in the Red Circle nightclub, in which Wick deals with a number of enemies through gun work and close quarter combat. Typically, scenes of this intricacy take days to months of planning and practice. Reeves learned all of it in one day.
They know you're coming.
Of course. But it won't matter.
As part of a collaboration with the game publishing company Starbreeze and 505 Games, John Wick was made a playable character in the first-person shooter Payday 2. The content was offered as free downloadable content 2 days before the film's release. And here's a bonus one. John Wick was filmed entirely on location in New York City and the greater New York area. Locations included downtown Manhattan, the Upper East Side, and Tribeca. No sound stages were employed in the making of this film.
We called him Baba Yaga.
The boogeyman?
Well, John wasn't exactly the boogeyman. He was the one you sent to kill the fucking boogeyman.
That's it for this episode of You Think You Know Movies. Make sure to subscribe, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and get the latest movie and TV news on ScreenCrush.com.